Back with another real life superpowers video. I'm probably going to do another conversation because I thought for a little bit about if there's anything to discuss before I get into another talk. So, um, hmm, I, hmm, yeah, I, I'm not sure how much I like doing these. The last one was all right. It's like, but I'm gonna do them. I was thinking about how I should. You see, the problem there's a problem with this idea. It's like I could maybe give these videos a bit better of a description and like annotate what I'm talking about. But honestly, it's like these videos aren't really that important. They're really not. I have all this stuff like on speed dial because, like I said, I do whatever comes my way, right? So I have like a stranded Earth person, especially one that's like had really esoteric experiences, right? I uh, I go, hey man, look at what I got, and I tell them all about it. I go, there's weird stuff, especially when I see them in it, and I feel like that's like a good thing to like give to someone, right? You know, it's like just in case, right? I do tell my attending professionals, right, both my therapist and my psychiatrist, that I do handle it like that. I'm not taking any chances with my mind chatter because if in fact I am just straight up talking to real people, if I am just seeing real situations in my head, I'm going to handle it as though I am. Because there are a lot of things that point to it as much as there are things that point away from it, right? So I do my best job. So just like I'm trying to do right now, trying to get it out through my head, trying to get it out through my physical self, right? There's two worlds colliding in my life, potentially, which is amazing. So it's like I either, like I said in an earlier video, have the craziest, like basically AI brain phenomenon, or I have our key to the multiverse in my head. Both are amazing. I mean, I think it's both. I mean, you can be both educated and foolish and think that we're alone in existence. There are really educated places that you can be coming from and think that we're alone, and there are very uneducated places that you can be coming from and think that we're alone. So it's how the place works. I like to think that I'm somewhere in the middle, and I do honestly think that it's possible that we're alone. I don't just hear it and go, that's it for sure. Like I said, I'm just not taking chances. I'm going to handle it as though it might be. There's a lot of things to consider. So, like I said, I might be doing a talk, is what I said at the beginning of the video. And I guess I actually had stuff to talk about. So, yeah, I handle it as though it might be real life. Because on the off chance that it is, because it's all very specific. I mean, I have already considered the fact that in the grand scheme of massive existence, with all the even like the minutia on our body, like our fingerprints and stuff, even on a massive scale, those are still pretty broad, is where it gets down to. If you're thinking like on the scale of like the particles here, right? And even further than that, right? If you just keep getting more and more dense and more microscopic and more varied and everything, and the massive potential generation of life. It's like we're still a very broad concept, right? So what I think might be specific could actually be very, very broad, and that I could still be hearing from not just one person, but a bundle of people, actually, right? But that's just a massive place. And I don't know. See, that one to me seems very possible, but I have a lot of other stuff that I'm thinking about too that I don't want to just jump to conclusions for myself with. In fact, I don't jump to any conclusions since my psychosis, because conclusions aren't safe to jump to. This is what you learn when you jump too far. That's psychosis, of my variety at least. I jumped too far to too conclusive of a conclusion, and all it really was beliefs that just had hallucinations that um, coincided with them enough. I mean, that's all you need for psychosis, right? Is just a belief structure with enough sensory evidence, and you're gone. So that's how I went out. But yeah, it's like I I talk to anyone I can imagine. Like I've literally talked to mythological gods. Shit, I did that before it was even really like as good as it is now. I did that when it was still just my old hometown friends like just bitching at me in my head, just being mean to me in my head. Like that classic schizophrenia example, which I still can't believe that I had as a predecessor, ailment to what I currently have. Just, a paranoid complex like that. But yes, I've talked to all sorts of different weird, from basic to really refined forms. I've talked to a variety of different things. It's kind of a cool situation. I like to think that I will be able to make a very big difference eventually with it, even if it isn't the coolest one, which is the key to hanging out with Superman, right? It's like, oh well. But it's like, I don't know. So, I guess I I guess I'll cut this one here. So yeah, that's what this one's about. I'll label it pretty clearly as that. So, what do I have, guys? Do I have an AI in my head, or do I have the key to the multiverse? You decide by watching my other videos. Please let these get popular eventually. It would be so sad to be on part 100 before I get one of these videos that breaks 100 or even 500 maybe views. Please share these if you like them. Kind of crazy, right? So, Bye for now.